Welcome to Prime Cyber Insights. I'm Aaron Cole, and today we're looking at a pretty massive shift in how the world's top executives are viewing digital risk. For years, ransomware really dominated the headlines and board meetings, but a new report from the World Economic Forum suggests that the landscape is, it's fundamentally changing.
That's right, Aaron. I'm Lauren Mitchell, and according to the WEF's Global Cybersecurity Outlook for 2026, cyber-enabled fraud and phishing have actually overtaken ransomware as the top concern for business leaders. We're seeing a record high in these attacks, right? And it's causing not just financial loss, but a deep erosion of trust in our digital systems overall.
Yeah, the numbers are just staggering, Lauren. I mean, over 77% of leaders reported an increase in fraud, with phishing being the most common vector. And it's not just via email anymore, but through voice and SMS too. What's interesting to me is that while ransomware remains a huge threat, fraud is just more pervasive because it hits individuals and businesses at such a high frequency.
Exactly, and it's being supercharged by AI. The Allianz Risk Barometer actually placed AI as the second biggest business concern globally this year. Aaron, you've been tracking how AI is used for deepfakes and automated social engineering. It's clearly making these scams much harder to detect for the average employee,
It really is, Lauren. AI is accelerating the speed of these risks. But it isn't just about the human element. I mean, we also have to look at the tools we use to defend ourselves. Veeam recently patched a CVS 9.0 vulnerability that could allow attackers to perform remote code execution on backup systems. This is critical because, if they control your backups, they control your recovery.
Right. And we saw a similar pressure point with Meta recently. Instagram had to fix a flaw that allowed third parties to trigger password reset emails. While Meta denied a system breach, reports of a 17 million user data leak on the dark web remind us that platform stability is constantly being tested by opportunistic actors.
Speaking of opportunistic actors, Lauren, a report from Nordstellar caught my eye. They found dozens of posts where criminals are actually offering to bribe insiders at companies like Google and LinkedIn to gain access. It's a sobering reminder that our defenses often look outward, while the threat can sometimes come from, inside the building.
It really underscores the need for a zero-trust architecture, Aaron. We also saw ownCloud urging users to enable MFA after credential stuffing attacks. It sounds like basic advice, I know. But when you look at the Higham Lanes School in the UK, which had to close for a week because a cyber attack took out their gates and fire alarms, the real-world stakes of missing those basics are incredibly high.
Totally. The lesson for 2026 is clear. Building resilience requires collective action and a move away from seeing security as a purely technical problem. It is now a strategic and economic imperative. That brings us to the end of today's Insights. I'm Aaron Cole.
And I am Lauren Mitchell. Join us next time for more on the evolving digital landscape. Stay secure. Neural Newscast is AI-assisted, human-reviewed. View our AI transparency policy at neuralnewscast.com.